everyone, Suzi here, and today we're playing Watcher of Realms. For today's video, we're going to take a look at the update that is coming for the 20th or 21st for the global servers, and we'll take a peek into another Forerunner server update. Alright, as I was literally about to post my Should You Summon video, this popped up in the Discord, and sure enough, I closed my game and came back in, and the update announcement is in the game as well. Now, you might have already seen my video that showed Durza on the cover. That one was related to the Forerunner server update, so it's always subject to change that from the Forerunner server version update to this one, they made an adjustment. So either way, we're going to take a look and see what this one has to say. So if it feels like I'm reading something I've read before, it's because some of the stuff already happened on the Forerunner server, but there could be more, there could be less, it could be different. So let's see what's happening on the global servers. Then I will put a timestamp in this video to show you guys another update that is happening on Forerunner as well. Or just happened the other day. Alright, so this is for the 20th, late in the day, UTC -8, so this will be the 21st for most of us. The hero Durza is getting a buff. So after the buff, the hero reset, ultimate talent, okay. Basic attacks inflict 50% slow for 2 seconds. When allies within the ultimate range have no HP higher than 70%, 50%, or 30%, they gain 30 to 70% damage reduction, respectively. So it used to be that they gained attack speed at a certain point, or just attacking. Just attacking slowed enemies increases attack speed. Now they're trying to turn Durza into a support hero to enable your other heroes to do more damage. So, or in this case, damage reduction. So they're going to make Durza a super support for chaotic faction is what I'm assuming, based on what I've read for the other one as well. So hopefully it translates well. It sounds like it's going to be good, and you'll see why. So Sanguine Rite instantly reduces 50% of the current HP of allies in range, and then starts a ritual which lasts for 12 to 16 seconds to provide allies in range with 50 to 100% increased attack speed and deduct 15% of their HP, of their current HP, every 2 seconds. So the difference here is the ritual is going to last longer. It used to only last for 10 seconds. And then here it used to be 15%, or sorry, 20% of their HP was deducted. Now it's only 15%. So it's a little bit less, less of a hit on the sacrifice of HP. But it is pretty cool that that's a lot of increased attack speed for a much longer duration. And then Divine Possession during Sanguine Rite, each time an ally's HP is deducted, they gain up to 40% inspiration for 2 seconds. If that ally's HP falls below 50 to 75%, they gain an extra 20 to 30% damage increase for 2 seconds. So every time, it's like only 2 seconds, it doesn't sound like much, but every single time HP is deducted, that means it's a consistent flow, you know, because this happens for 16 seconds, right? Sanguine, right? The duration, this ritual, up to 16 seconds if he's fully booked. So every 16 seconds, 16 seconds, every 2 seconds, it's going to be happening multiple times. This should hopefully be a little boost for some quick damage. It's hard to tell exactly how that's going to translate. Let me know in the comments below if you guys have had any testing on the Forerunner server or seen anybody test him since the buff, and if this translates well. So we're also changing the Awakening 1 It's now going to be each time an ally is affected by Sanguine Right's first HP reduction, restores 60% rage for this hero at the end of the right, with a cap of 240 rage per right. Awaken 3 during Sanguine Right, restores 1% rage per second to other allies in range. Again, making him really buff other allies quite well as a support hero, instead of him being a damage dealer who's just sacrificing other allies and not doing much damage himself. And then Awaken 5, after the first HP deduction of Sanguine Right, if an ally's HP falls below 40%, their acquired attack speed increase will last 10 more seconds. So again, the Chaotic faction is all about sacrificing low HP, berserker type chaos when it comes to damage dealing and survivability and boosting. So this is a kit that makes sense for this faction, and hopefully with these changes he will be a strong support hero that you're going to want a part of most chaotic focused teams. Hopefully this is worth it. The HP sacrifices are worth it, right? I think that would be what we're hoping for. That it's that the HP sacrifices don't hurt you so bad that everyone's just dying, and it's actually worth the damage differences that you're going to be gaining, or because of the rage boosting, because of the attack speed increases, because of inspiration, damage increase, and some damage reduction along the way as well. So let me know what you think, guys. I want to take a special second to really talk about that one because that's a pretty big buff and change. So it sounds good on paper, but we will have to talk about it and see if that is, or test it. What am I saying? We have to test it and find out. I do have him, but I never used him yet. I only got him a little bit more recently. So I personally don't know the comparison of using him before and after the buff. Because let's be honest, he wasn't exactly a priority to build before. All right, Khamet optimized the trigger range of his ultimate after activating Awaken 3, changing from the original ultimate's attack range to the actual attack range enhanced by activating Awakening 3. Optimize the trigger range. So it wasn't, the range was not working as intended? Or they just improved it? Cyrus, we have a bug fix. Where Carnelian Soul Essence wouldn't work on Cyrus under certain conditions. So if you're using Cyrus and Carnelian together in like Guild Wars especially, and you had some issues, hopefully that issue will now be fixed. Sadie fixed a rare issue where her talent buffs weren't being applied to allies in range. Diaochan optimized UI display for different stances. Kigiri fixed an issue where the skill info hyperlinks of Ember Strike didn't update with Tranquil Reflection skill levels. Fixed an issue where allies' skills sometimes couldn't affect Kigiri during Sweeping Strike and Ember Strike. Oh, interesting. Like he was missing important buffs or whatever? Or healing or something? Or rage boosting? That could be a huge deal. That could be huge. Oh god, he's gonna be even better? And optimize the dispel effects for certain heroes. I wonder what that means exactly. Alright, they're also adding a guild dividend system. The guild dividend unlocks at guild level 4. Once unlocked, guild members can claim guild coin rewards every Monday based on the previous week's total guild activity. Commanders with higher activity contributions and guild leader, vice leaders will receive more guild coins. So I agree and disagree at the same time. I like the idea that if you're a guild leader or vice and you're actively managing people, talking about or doing recruiting in the discords, talking to people, coordinating attacks, helping people with their defenses, doing all these things, and your role really is a vice leader or leader, you should maybe deserve some more coins because for your efforts, it's like a little reward for helping everybody and helping your clan or your cluster. However, you could also see that as unfair of like, why does the leader just get more points? So you just make your friends the vice leaders so they get the most points compared to everybody else? And that just because someone's a leader or a vice leader doesn't mean they're the most valuable person in a clan. Someone could be the best asset in like a guild war that has like the best teams and best knowledge and skills, but they don't want to be a guild leader or vice. So that's a weird one for me. I don't know how to feel about it. I can see both ways. All right. So increased activity rewards from guild war attacks and guild quests. Introduce low activity guild feature. Low activity guild status check activates after 3 natural weeks, including the establishment week. A guild is marked as low activity if it has fewer than 4 members with activity above 30. So when members of a low activity guild can leave without a cooldown, accept invites from other guilds, and receive weekly recommendations for active guilds. So this is good. This is the way to save the frustration if you're part of a low activity guilds, and then you're encouraged to go somewhere else easily and not feel stressed about it. All right, for low activity, wait, what is that here? Members of low activity guilds can leave without cooldown. Okay, that's what I read. For the low activity guild members, the system automates the process of leaving one guild and joining another. You just, boom, you're just there. Instead of having to leave, wait for a cooldown, then join another. And if you're trying to invite someone who's in a guild that's dead, you can just send the invite and don't have to worry, they're already in a guild. I like that. And then the status is removed when a guild has 4 or more members with activity above 30. So it will automatically change the status. And then remove the quest requiring rare skill crystals from guild donation. We really don't get much of those anyway, but I think we should be able to use them there because we don't use them anywhere else. And we still get them as rewards for Brave Conquest. So the option would still be nice. We don't need it. And maybe a new player that's still has a few rares to build, like Decimus, or I don't know, if you want Narvi or something who wants to use them, sure, use them first. But once you've built the like key people, you don't need them anymore. So I think we should still have the option to remove them. I don't know, guys. All right, others. Gear storage capacity increased by 300. In Faction Trial and Gear Dungeon, the gear and artifacts info of the current lineup can be saved when auto fight records are saved. That's good. We can get our perfect teams for these factions. Oh, I'm not okay. I was just gonna debate about not doing the Esotericus stage 15 today because... Wait, is this like an update for like tomorrow? This is like tomorrow. This is today. This is tonight. So tomorrow. So yeah, I'm not doing Esotericus 15. Perfect excuse not to, because I have 3 other videos to put out anyway. But including this one. However, we guys, if I don't want to have to move around my gear and get people perfect just to do that stage 15 that's really hard, and then the gear doesn't save. When in one more day it's going to save. So I'd rather just do my 14 clear or whatever it is now. If I can do it on auto, hopefully. And then next week, when Esoteric is back, then go all in and try to get that 15 completed. And I'll wait the same for Watchers as well this week. Or no, because it'll be the update. Oh, the update will be there. I feel like this they never announce like when it's tomorrow's the update. They always give us like a weekend or a week or something. So this is weird. So yeah, next time when we do Watcher Faction Trials, which is really hard, stage 15 is tough. Hell, I'm still working on 14. I was close though. But it'll save our actual gear. That's so good. Okay. That's so good. All right, and then, sorry, that was a pause on a important thought, I guess. But, all right, Arena added 9th wave for anti-air, AoE DPS, and single target DPS challenges. Note and adjust your lineups accordingly. So we're going to have to redo our defenses for Arena. Heads up, be aware. Same thing, maybe your offenses as well. All right, optimize tooltips displays in the exclusive gear details pop-up. Fixed an issue where the demon soldier's Scalskin Shaman skill renewal glow couldn't fully restore HP for the other demon soldiers. On the control optimization, improved demon soldiers' deployment experience by reducing drag and drop speed. Interesting. Added a new settings option to disable in-game vibration. Hero fusion notification optimization. The yellow dot and pop-up will not appear for a non-time limited legendary hero. Okay, that's good. Non-time limit, sorry. I mean, it should pop up the very first time you're able to do it. So you're like, oh yay, I'm able to do that. I didn't even notice. I forgot I just needed that one hero. But then it should go away. I think it should still pop up though, as a light reminder that, oh hey, you got the hero you needed, because people forget. Alright, optimize the Tide Onslaught Reward one-time daily quest. Now tap in the go button redirects to Tide. And after clearing normal stage 3, players can switch camp music between the default track and 3 additional options. So they have properly added the track change options for... Oh, that's cool. I like that, the music changes. Alrighty, so what about the Forerunner server? Let's take a look. Alright, so all that info was this game bulletin that was posted in the Discord. Now we have Forerunner server news. So just to be clear, the last Forerunner server news was exactly what I just read to you guys. This is from the 12th for an update that was on the 13th. I think everything is the same. It feels very familiar. 16 seconds, 15 instead of 20 every 2 seconds. Falls below 50 to 75, damage increase and inspiration. Yep. So it looks like honestly everything is literally the same, except there are a few other options that were definitely added in there. So they did add to what was done on the Forerunner server. There's only a couple things here, but there was a much longer list, right? I think it all blends together now. All right, so here we have another update that was posted yesterday. This already, or no, this is not already happening. So this planned for today later on. So this Forerunner server update now, again, not the test server, not the global server, the Forerunner server. This is another update that's going to happen the same time for global people. So now, Solcadens. Solcadens. When the hero is displayed as a lord, the number of allies from whom the ultimate gain attack and crit has been adjusted from all team members to 2 with the highest attack. So he just got a nerf? Wait, they just nerfed Solcadens? When the hero, the number of allies whose ultimate gain crit, attack, and crit from all to... What? He's not, like, busted. And if anything, didn't... Like, wasn't Twin Fiend even better at, like, boosting a whole team anyway? Or maybe it's just a focus fire, but... Yeah. What? Okay, so Lord's skill adjustment. The stats and attributes gained from allies has been reduced from 70% attack and 80% crit damage to 50% attack and 60% crit damage. But the effect now lasts until the ultimate ends instead of only affecting one focused attack. Sure, nerf the hero that I have a shit ton of and actually have like an A4 Solcadens. Why? Whatever, it's fine. Lord skill effect duration increased from 10 seconds to 15 seconds. And then talent, the damage bonus per stack from the talent increased from 6% to 10%. Okay, so the damage bonus, so the Lord skill effect lasts longer. Oh. So if the effect lasts 15%, so maybe it's not a nerf. It evens itself out just differently. But it's a little slower to get the damage. I don't know, guys. So, okay. So this is a nerf, but then this is a buff. So all this is lower damage, but it lasts 5 seconds longer. And the talent, the damage bonus per stack from the talent is increased to 10% instead of 6%. Hell breaks loose. Splash damage from focused attacks increases from 100% to 300%. And then Hellfire Emperor, chance to inflict vulnerability with burning adjusted from 20 to 30 to 30 to 40. Oh, so Solcadens got this weird mix of nerf and a buff, which I guess is the perfect way to say balanced, right? So Solcadens got a balance adjustment, which at first sounded terrible, but now that you see 5 seconds longer, increased damage for him, and increased chance to land vulnerability, which makes the entire team do more damage. It's actually probably not a nerf at all. It's just a balance to, yeah, I don't know. I don't know exactly why. Maybe a certain hero he was kind of busted with combination-wise, or I don't know. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below if you feel like there's maybe something that triggered this change. I think it's an interesting change, but it's not a nerf to Solcadens after all, I don't think. Now that I read the rest of it, he's still going to make the allies do more damage, but it's nerfing only 2 to from all to 2 is weird. But to be fair, at the end of the day, in most teams, are you really gonna have more than Solcadens plus 2 other DPS that are at Infernal? That are only Infernal? No, because you're probably gonna have, I mean, you could, but I think in most cases you'd have like a healer and a tank, and then you have another faction that is connected to other people anyway. So your chances of having Solcadens plus 2 other, more like 3 other DPS, I don't think in most cases is gonna be the case. So maybe it really doesn't affect much at all as far as the reduction of allies. But it's an interesting balance. All right, sorry, I took too long to talk about that one. That's just really interesting. And then Uredin. And again, this is on the Forerunner server. This has not gone global. So people will have a chance to test this and see what they think. So this should also go to the test server. So maybe people will be able to test this on the test server and on the Forerunner server. So we can see how does this affect a whole team synergy if you are using Solcadens as your lord in something like Titanic Ruins or Drake's Chasm or somewhere else. Yeah, I'm curious. Let me know in the comments below if anybody does, well, I guess you can't. If you watch this later or come back to this video, let us know in the comments what you guys see or think if you have any experience yourself, I mean. Uredin, the Noble Reaper, bug fix fixed an issue where the hero would actively attack enemies in an invisible state. Oops. Aeris, the Gilded Falcon, fixed an issue where the hero would actively attack enemies in invisibility state. Okay, oops, they were attacking people they should not have been able to attack. PvP Honors Gauntlet added an 8-day off-season period in between seasons, and then added a weekly off-season every Monday. For Arena, added preview for next round's monster spawns, and other custom gear recommendations now support central attribute settings. Added gear set effect description view when editing plans. Maximum number of savable gear plans increased from 50 to 80, and increased demon soldier drop rates in the gear raid. Alright guys, so we'll have to see, does this exact hero balance to Solcadens make it to the global server? Does this change? Is it a buff? Is it a nerf? Is it about the same at the end of the day, but maybe preventing something in the future from being a bit busted? Maybe with the new bosses coming out? I don't know, so I'm really curious about that. But alright guys, thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video.